social media check-in. Yo-Yo and Vanessa scouring the comments for all the best issues, questions, and problems.
Absolutely. First one comes from Empress Danny Hale on Facebook. My friend's green card has been expired for almost a year now, coming this November. And because of COVID last year, she lost her job and has been unable to renew it since. Now, she'll be able to... She's able to and wants to know what issues she's going to face when trying to renew it. Also, can she just reapply or apply for her citizenship even though she's been out of status for so long?
She's not out of status just because she didn't renew your, I assume it's a 10-year green card. Doesn't mean you're not a lawful resident. She's been a lawful resident her entire time here as a green card holder. The fact that you don't renew your green card doesn't mean you've lost your status as a lawful resident. It just means you don't have proof that you have lawful residence. You can file for your citizenship. You can just file to renew your green card, even if it's 5 years expired. There's no issue. They'll give you a new one.
Tia on YouTube, will I be eligible for parole if I was living here in the U.S. on a TD visa, but I am now out of status? I have lived here in the U.S. since 2010 legally, but in 2017 I fell out of status.
We don't know what the date of the parole will be, but if it's a date they pick before you entered the United States of America and it makes Plan C makes it, then yes.
Daryl Winneba on YouTube. A friend of mine is married to a green card holder and has a pending change of status to F1. Can her spouse file an adjustment for her while her change of status is pending?
As long as the spouse is a citizen, yes, but you should file the adjustment more than 90 days after you put in your application to change or extend your F1 visa.
Tam A on YouTube, can I withdraw a case after the NVC gave an access ID and password for the case? And if so, how?
You can withdraw a case as the petitioner or as the beneficiary whenever you want.
Noreen Shahzad on YouTube. I've been a green card holder since 2014 and a citizen since December 4th, 2020. If I give birth to a baby outside of the U.S., will the baby automatically be a U.S. citizen?
Yes, because you were living in the United States lawfully for more than 5 years over the age of 14 at the time of the baby's birth. So the time in residence status, lawful residence status, counts towards the 5 years over the age of 14 in lawful status.
Chitan Tunde on YouTube, can I file an AOS under EAB1 using $245K if my pending 03 extension is denied?
It's a lot of letters there. Can you file an adjustment of status under EB1 with $245,000?
Yeah,
if it's 03, it has nothing to do with your money. And EB1 is extraordinary ability. Do you have extraordinary ability? I don't know, do you?
Eyiwuwawi Toluwalase on Facebook. Are there any books or training for a citizenship interview that can help with the interview?
Yeah, you can Google. Google knows all that stuff.
Maybe you should write one.
I did years ago. I wrote a book on how to adjust your status, and I wrote a book on citizenship. But they're so old now. It's from the 90s. They're probably I taught you how to fill out all the forms and everything.
Look at that!
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Should bring that digital. We will
it was self-published.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I self-published it in the 90s, and people bought it.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure they would buy it now.
Yeah. I don't even know where it. Yeah, I would have to update it. I gotta look for it. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
Rock on YouTube, can a union like the United Association of Pipefitters sponsor a foreign member from Canada, Australia or Ireland for an EB3 green card?
Well, you can. No, a union can't sponsor anybody because the union is not offering the job. An employer is offering a job unless they're going to be employed by the union to work for the union. But the union doesn't need pipe fitters. It's a union. The union represents pipe fitters, but it would have to be sponsored by an employer. The union's not the employer.
Mahesh Amara Singh on YouTube. What's the solution for undocumented immigrants in between 2011 and 2021?
Speak to a lawyer about your individual situation.
And last one comes from Tia on YouTube. Will I still need an I-601A if I am eligible for parole?
No. or maybe, depends on who's sponsoring you. But if you need the 601A because you entered without inspection, the parole, if you leave, or even if you don't leave, most likely the parole status gives you the status to adjust your status, even without traveling, because it's parole. It's like parole in place for people in the military. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.